60s in 3, 2, 1, begin!
All right, people. I'm gonna take a deep breath, then I'm gonna talk for a while, and then we, together, are going to be part of a real, live miracle. I am 30 years old, and I'm an idiot. Straight up, there are so many things I do not understand at all. How do you buy a goat? What's the best name for a goat? I'm not sure. Why do tomatoes change color from green to red? How do they know when to do that? I have no idea. Something with cells. I know almost nothing. I know it's bad for me not to exercise often, but I don't really know how bad. Like, from 1 to 10, it's like an 8? I don't know. And here's something I really don't know. Does our sense of time change as we age? Does time change its meaning as we experience more time? I don't understand any of those things, but I do understand one thing very well. I will tell you about that, of course, but don't get confused. My one moment of really understanding something will not be the miracle. The miracle will be something else at the very end. The actual definition of idiot is a mentally deficient person or someone who acts in a self-defeating or significantly counterproductive way. Picture 5 dozen eggs. Imagine 5 whole cartons of eggs. Imagine carrying them home in your shopping bag, carefully stacked 5 cartons of eggs, protecting them on the bus. That's a lot of eggs. Have you ever bought that many eggs at once? Only if you're cooking for like a huge group of people. 5 dozen eggs makes a lot of soufflés, a lot of batches of frothy meringue. Imagine taking the 5 cartons of eggs out of your shopping bag and laying those cartons out in a line on the floor, end to end. Now, lift your right foot and bring it down slowly on one of the cartons. Feel the crunching shells, little explosions, fireworks under the sole of your shoe. Imagine walking across all 5 cartons that way. 1 foot in front of the other like you're on a balance beam. 5 dozen eggs, ruined. No soufflés, no meringue. All that care, bringing them home, protecting them on the bus just to ruin them. So much waste, so much. 60, 5 dozen is a decadent amount of eggs, of years, of anything. When I am in my 60s, I expect to be fabulous, wearing big fucking shawls and saying what I think right to people's faces because, well, you know, fuck it. People say 60 is the new 50. 50 is the new 30. 60 is sexy. At 60, I won't be sexy. I'll be tired. Tired and kind of free. Now, you've wasted the 5 dozen eggs. Imagine wasting 5 dozen years. What exactly would you have to do to waste every single year of your life until you were 60? Okay, yeah, this is the thing that I understand really well. To waste your life, I know exactly what you would have to do. Spend those years thinking about the goat you'll never buy, and how you'd name it Winston Churchill, and how you'd feed it bright red tomatoes on a farm. Sit and think about that while you're in your city apartment eating microwaved macaroni and cheese and not exercising very often. And spend those years putting yourself down in public and being kind of subtle about it. Giggle a lot and say things like, oh, I'm such an idiot. And spend those years dreaming of a better you, a future you who's really fabulous, who's really free. Okay, the miracle is going to start now. It started a little already. Did you notice it? Here's something that I really don't know. When I'm 60, instead of 30, if you can, come find me in a room. All that time from now, all those years from now, please approach me in a clearly non-threatening way, perhaps with your arms and palms open in a gesture of peace. If you can recognize me with my this face, but no longer exactly this face, please approach me and ask me then if I'd still say, I'm an idiot. And in that time, there are two things that could happen to me. One, I grow hard scales over every inch of my body like a dragon. I become less hurtable, less vulnerable, more resilient, tougher, able to withstand fire and scarring, able to lacerate enemies with a flick of a talon, and terrify victims with the gleam of an eye. The other thing that could happen is the exact opposite. My skin grows thinner and thinner. My body becomes more fragile, more soft, and you can see the delicate veins peeking through the transparent whisper of skin on my pale, saggy fingers, and you will know you could crush me easily under the sole of your shoe. We're almost at 7 minutes, but there is still going to be a miracle. I'm going to take another deep breath, and then I'm going to talk a little while longer, then I'm going to walk off this stage, and then a little bit later walk out of this room, out into the rest of the world, and then I'm going to concentrate really hard for about the next 30 years, and then I'm going to be 60. My face, like this, but different. My mind, like this, but different. My idea of a miracle will probably be different, which is to me right now incredible. To me, that is a miracle. To change that much, to become stronger, to become softer, to change either way. The fact that even if we try to waste it, time changes all of us like it changes tomatoes in ways we don't really understand. That's a real life miracle. It's the biggest miracle. And for about the last 7 minutes, we've been part of it together. And even an idiot can see that's fucking fabulous. Thanks, guys.